In this video, we're gonna take an advanced technique from Social Engineering Toolkit, and this will be the Java applet attack. The technique will be similar on the previous video, that he will create a fake page or a phished website. But the objective here is not to get the credential, but to bind or combine a malicious code inside this website. So whoever opens this website, he will have a malware or a payload installed on his machine that will allow to the hacker to completely control the victim machine. So it's a phished website or a fake website that include a payload or a malicious code. So let's try this attack. Now the attack is more effective and it gives you full access on the machine, but it needs more preparation and more steps need to be taken. So in this case, we're going to use two different machines. I have the hacker machine, the Linux machine. This will be the hacker machine, and we have the Windows XP machine. This will be the victim machine. Is this applicable on any platform? You can run that on a Windows 7, Windows 8, any kind of platform. Very effective technique. Let me just change the size so it will be more clear for you guys. So I'll make it here 12 for all the size. And let's run the Social Engineering Toolkit. So close and open a terminal. Let me also change the color so it will be easy to read. Here you go. Okay, and close. And let's go to the Social Engineering Toolkit folder. It's inside Pentest, inside Exploit, inside Set, and run the program Set. And we're going to choose number 2 as usually. But this time we're going to choose the Java applet attack. So we're going to click on number 1. And on this case, he asks, okay, you need to create a fake website. Not to get the credential, but to have a payload inside or some malicious codes that will allow you to access the victim machine. The website where you are going to use should be one of the templates. And if you choose number 1, he's going to give you some templates. Or it should be a site cloner, like CNN or YouTube or anything that can convince people to click on them. So I'm going to choose the template just for the sake of time, and I'm going to choose Google. Create a fake Google page with the malicious code. Now I choose the page. Now I didn't choose the payload. Like we have a lot of payload. You have the payloads that will give you access to the victim machine. This is called the bind payload. But actually, if we have a firewall and firewall inspect anything that is coming to the victim machine, it will stop that. We have a reverse connection, which is much more effective, because by doing that, if the victim opens this malicious website, he will be connected to us. So he's going to bypass the firewall, because firewall usually inspect what is going to the victim, not what is going out of the victim. We have a payload that will create an account, and then you can connect using this account remotely. And we have different kinds of payload, but we're going to choose the most popular one, which is number 2, Windows Meterpreter TCP, Windows Reverse TCP Meterpreter. And I want you to focus on this part, because we're going to use this specific payload in many video and many lessons in the future. So I'm going to choose number 2. Since this tools will create a payload or a malicious code and put it inside the website, and when the user opens the website or the victim opens the website, it will be executed. So if he have an antivirus on his machine, the antivirus, when he detected some code is trying to execute on the machine, he will stop that and he will give him an alert. So one of the tools inside the Social Engineering Toolkit is to encrypt this malicious code, or encrypt this payload, so the antivirus cannot read it. and if it cannot read it, it cannot be detected. And he's giving you like 16 type and with some recommendations. This is normal, this is good, this is very good. But from my own experience, you have to try them yourselves. Some will work for you, some will not, so you have to test them. But I tested number 2 and it was very effective, number 2. Then he gonna ask, okay, you choose to connect a reverse connections. That means when the victim gonna open the website, he will be connected to you. On which port you need to have the connection? You can write a port, or you can click on enter and he will keep the default port, which is better. And which port he's using to connect to your machine? 443, which is HTTPS port. And that means if someone is verifying from his machine and he found that some connection is connected to a 443, he will not suspect that this is a malicious session. Does the victim has a Linux operating system? You did your homework and definitely you know if it has Windows or Linux from the scanning process. So for my case, the victim don't have Linux. I know that he have Windows. And as you can see, he is telling you that this has been tested on Internet Explorer 6 and 7 and 8 and Firefox and Safari and Chrome and everything. So whatever browser is using, it will be working. What we need to do right now, we need to convince the victim to open this URL. And if he opens this URL, he will open a Google page, but the Google page will have a malicious code that will execute and do a reverse connection. So let's try that. So I'm assuming that I did send this link to the user, and on previous video we show how easy it is to convince a user to open a website. So you can send a fake email showing it's coming from a specific person. You can shorten the URL so it will not be showing as a number. You can do a lot of things. So I write down here HTTP, which is the URL 192.168.95.129, and let's see what will happen. So he's trying to open the page, and he should open a Google page. I don't know, I believe we choose Google, not Gmail. So I'm not sure what option did you choose, but maybe it's a cached page. Let me just shut down that. Okay, let's wait until it loads. And let's see what result we are going to get. It may take some time, so please bear with me. Wait. Okay. It's better to close the browser and open it in case the page is cached on the machine and he's opening the previous page. So I'll go here and I'll type 95.129. So most probably we choose Gmail, not Google, so it's my mistake. Anyway, in all cases, the objective here is not to capture username and password. I'm not looking to write anything that the user will write anything. I will wait until he loads the page, and I should see if I'm going to get access to this machine or not. So let's see. Yep, and it happened. So what happened is, once you open this page, I on my Linux machine has a connection on this victim machine, and you can have as many connections as you want. I mean, you can set this link to 100 people, and if the 100 people collect on this one, you'll be having 100 sessions running on those 100 machines. So let's see what we can do. So I was able to connect, so I can click on enter now, and you can see that or to be able to see the sessions that has been established, I can write session minus I and sessions minus I, and I can see that there is one session established. It's a reverse session. I mean, the victim was the one who connected to me. So if I need to like starting using the session, I should write down session minus I1. Now the good thing about the Meterpreter session, it's a full utility that give you full access to the machine. So you can connect to different sessions together and you keep moving between them. It has a lot of feature inside. So let's see what we can do. So I click on that and I switch to the Meterpreter session. So now I am on the victim machine. I type help and I can see all the command that I can execute. So I can type get system, so he will give you information about the system, for instance. So I can like copy and paste, or even type it, copy and paste it here, and you're gonna see that it will give you some information about the system. I can type something like hash dump. Hash dump will give you the hash file, the file that has all the username and password, the same file, and they are encrypted, but still you can use Kenenable or any other tools that we explained on the previous section to decrypt what you have inside. So let's paste it. What is paste? Okay, write it down. Hash dump. So you have all the hash, the admin account and everything. And this actually will be one of the topics that we're going to explain by the end of this course, which is how to connect to one machine that was not secure and then use this connection to connect to other machine that is secure. And we're going to use a technique called pass the hash that allow you to do that. You can open the webcam. You can copy file by upload or download. There is two commands that can do that. You can restart the machine. You can do whatever you want. So you can like check the file on the victim machine, ls. It will show you all the file. Or you can download or upload. So all the commands are here. And now you have full access on the machine. Now the good thing is about Meterpreter. Now what if you need to switch to another machine? What you can do, you just type background. So it will go to the background, and then you can check other sessions and you can navigate between them. So it's a very, very powerful tool. Now what usually people are doing in this case, once they get access to this connection, they will do something called mitigate the process, migrate the process. Because the thing is, this process can be discovered after a while. I mean, now this malware or this malicious code are related to the browser. So if the victim close or shut down the browser, you're going to lose this connection. Now if you go here and to the victim machine and we check the port, net state -an, I should find that on the machine, which is 129, it's very small, but we'll check, especially the established one. So 129, I can figure out which machine. 168, no, 95, yeah, here you go. So if you check the one before the end, this is the malicious session, okay? And I was able to identify that because I know my machine, which is 192.168.95.129. So I know that this is my connection. This is the Linux machine, okay? So, but it should be 443. Connection should be on 443, not 44. Okay, so let's do something else. Let's type the same command net state minus ANO, so I'll be able to check the process ID as well, and we can see that the process ID, what is the established one? Established, yeah, it should be one of those 443. Yep, most probably this is our session. So yes, this is our session. So if someone was like investigating, he can see that this is the machine connected to me, and the process ID here is 3336. Okay, now if I go to the task manager on this machine, Alt and Control and Delete, and I ask him to open the process manager, and I start looking for 3336, here I can know what is the payload running on my computer, what is this malicious code. So let's see, it's triple C 3336. Which one is it? Let me verify one more time. What was it? 1236. Yeah, here you go. So this is the malware 3336. Okay, and it shows as the Java application. So now I know that, you know, this is the malicious code, and if I click on end task, what happened is he will disconnect the victim from my machine. So what people are usually do, they are maintaining the attacks. I need to make my process related to a system process. So even if he close the browser, I still have access to it. And how can we do that? This is done by a command called migrate. So migrate, but migrate. Oh, I need to switch to the interpreter first. Sessions -I, and then 1, and then migrate. But the problem is, if I write just migrate and click on enter, he will say, okay, migrate to what? I need to know. I need to be associated to which processes. So what we usually do, we need to check one of the system processes. That is, you know, it will not be shut down. So for instance, I go back to my machine. Usually once I do the attack, I type PS. PS means show me the processes that is running on the victim machine. He will give me some. Assuming that this is the system processes. Let's check any one of those. For instance, this one, 1760. I don't know which one is that, but I should check for system processes. So I can tell him, okay, I want you to migrate to 1760. And I should choose one of the system processes. And by doing that, he will migrate to this process. And even if the user shut down the Explorer, he will not be able to close the session. So I did fix, or I did upgrade my attack, so now it become related to the system, it will not be closed. So this is the Meterpreter session, and we're going to keep using this session in different attack on upcoming video. But this is one of the advanced attack in the social engineering toolkit that give you a full access on the victim machine just by opening the website. See you next video. Thank you.